Caffeine is used by 80% of Canadians daily. And of that 80% of that caffeine consumption comes from coffee. Is it really the best way to consume caffeine, though? We are going to find out. Caffeine works by getting the central nervous system more stimulated. It increases the flow of chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline by attaching to the adenosine receptors. When consumed, caffeine is broken down by the liver and eliminated by first-order kinetics. Depending on which methyl group is removed, it can either become pyraxanthine, theobromine, or theophylline. Going back to the experiment, I will be trying roughly the same dosage of caffeine in coffee, tea, energy drinks, and caffeine pills, as well as a negative control outlined by this schedule. To limit the amount of variables, I'm going to make sure that I sleep from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. each day. I'm also going to make sure that I'm eating the exact same food every day, as well as not drinking or eating any sources of caffeine other than what I'm having for that day. At the end of each week, I'll be ranking each caffeine product from a scale from 1 to 10 on peak effect, duration, the after use effect, the ease of falling asleep, and overall effectiveness. Alright, let's get this on the road. Here's me on Monday drinking that water. Now let's get that 80s montage going. Tuesday with that coffee. Shout out McDonald's, better than Tim Hortons. Tuesday with the tea. Definitely do not work at McDonald's. Back at it early on Thursday with the Red Bull. Also, big shout out to Matt with the camera work. Here's Friday with the caffeine pill. Also, Justin Bieber, your tidbits are mid. It's time for the results. To start off, we're going to compare the negative control. Can't compare the peak effect, the duration, or the after effect, but it's important to note that the ease of falling asleep is a 10 and will be compared that way for the rest of them. Tuesday with coffee, very little complaints here. Only complaint that I might have is that it was a little hard to fall asleep after, but overall, great product. Would recommend, deserves the hype. Found almost anywhere, relatively cheap. Good job. Overall, it scores a 7.5. Wednesday with tea, very little complaints here again. Only complaint I might have here is that the peak effect was just not as high as coffee, but everything else was significantly better. Overall, it earned an 8. Great product. Also available at most places where coffee is sold and relatively cheap. Thursday with the energy drink, I had a Red Bull. Mixed feelings about it though. Peak effect was very high, significantly higher than all the other ones that I felt, but that leads to downfall on the after use effect as I crashed immediately after the workout. Duration was very short compared to the other ones, And also, it was easy to fall asleep after all that because I was gassed. Overall effectiveness of 7.25, very expensive as well. Lastly, on Friday with the caffeine pills, what can I say? Amazing product. Up there on peak effect with the Red Bull, up there on duration with the tea, up there on after use effect with the coffee, up there on ease of falling asleep as the negative control. Overall, great product. Would recommend. Very cheap compared to everything else. You can get 100 tablets for $9. Overall effectiveness a 9.